Summer means a lot of things to a lot of different people. For the farmer, it's an opportunity to start preparing for the rainy season. For the avid gardener, it's an opportunity to start planting because, if you're planting in the winter, not all plants can thrive in that environment. For the ordinary Namibian, it's a time to braai. And for Agra, it's an opportunity to cater to your every need. We are here at Agra Hyper. Let's have a look what they have for you this summer.
Neo Paints has established a 67-year Namibian legacy, creating personalized paint solutions that blend quality and innovation for the Namibian people. We pride ourselves in being a 100% Namibian-owned company, investing in our country and our people by employing and empowering true Namibians. With every brushstroke, Neo Paints commits to our quality guarantee and always delivering a coat of excellence. At Neo Paints, we always stay true to our country. We are as Namibian as you.
Welcome to My.Na Properties with your host, Ashwyn Mberi. As you can see, I've got camping stuff behind me, but I'm not literally on a campsite. I am at Agra Hyper, and I am sitting here with the manager, Mr. Corne van Niekerk. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Ashwyn, good morning. Yeah, welcome to Agra Hyper.
It's lovely here. Honestly, I have to admit it's my first time being here. I am ashamed because it seems like just about everything I need is in the corners of this shop. Tell us, how long has Agra Hyper been in existence?
Agra Hyper was opened in August in 2015 here in Lafrens in the Northern Industrial Area. And we have been going ever since. And as you can see, we try to serve the community with everything that you would need. A one-stop shop.
One-stop shop. And the core is agriculture.
Core business of Agra has always been agriculture. We're rooted in agriculture. We are primarily focused on the farmer and the agricultural sector. But as you can see, when you look around here, we sell everything. Yes. And anything that you would need, from camping, weapons, farming sector, groceries, it is all here under one roof at Agra Hyper.
And I can definitely see that. I have to ask, you're our manager right now. How long have you been in this role?
I've been here for 4 years now. Thoroughly enjoying it. Love my job. Being in the farming sector, involved with farmers every day. People rooted in the soil of Namibia. It's great customers to have. Very real customers. There's nothing fake about them.
Nothing fake about them. Original people. So, 4 years, that means that you had to figure out a way to get through the pandemic. How did Agra Hyper perform during that time? Was there anything that changed in order for you to be able to get through that?
Well, as you know, we have been deemed essential services. And so we have been open all the time. Wonderful. It was spooky driving to work in the morning and back home in the evening because there was nobody on the road. Actually, it was lovely to drive like that. Yes. But we've been open all the time. We've weathered the storm. And Agra did really, really well during the pandemic because I think we focused on how we can help people to cope with this. We did deliveries during that time. New models was implemented so that people don't have to come in. They could do all their orders over the phones and we delivered. So it worked out really well for us. In terms of our people, we had minimum people getting ill during that time, which was very good for us. We lost nobody. And we are really blessed that we didn't have to lay off a single person during the pandemic.
Yes.
Was a good and a great time for Agra when we pulled together as a team.
All right, wonderful. And especially because the pandemic itself, it forced a lot of people to now figure out how much can I do for myself? How can I be self-sustaining? And I believe that's what Agra really facilitates. It allows you to be able to get out there, get it going by yourself. What's it been like, seeing the different kinds of customers? Is it strictly strictly farmers who come here, or do you see a whole array of people?
Yeah. No, definitely not only farmers. A whole array of Namibians came here. At first, there was a lot of DIY work. All the husbands were at home. So they saw what was wrong and they had to fix everything. And so we had a lot of uptake on the DIY section. Then another thing that happened that was noticeable was that many people started going into gardening, urban farming, doing a little bit something for themselves. They had the time, and obviously everyone was focused also on their health. And so our gardening section really took off. And it's been going ever since.
Wow.
We have a lot of people coming in looking to plant something for themselves, grow something to eat. That was also something that took off big time.
All right, now speaking of things that take off big time, it is summer. What does summer mean to Agra Hyper?
Look, for us, beginning of summer is always the beginning of camping season. People is now starting to come out of the woodwork again, and everyone wants to go camping. So there's many people come looking for tents and all camping related stuff, which we have quite a wide selection to pick from. It's also for most people the start of gardening season.
Oh yes.
Many people are planting now, preparing. People up in the north that work in Windhoek normally come in at this time of the year, start to buy seeds, start to buy fertilizer, start to prepare the land so that when the first rains come that they can plant. And then also this is the drier part of the year from now on to the raining season.
Yes.
So there's lots of focus on animal feed and licks. Those things are now the main focus in our business.
And you know, I have to say, anytime the English Premiership is back and there's international rugby, there are braais happening.
Of course, I forgot about the braai. That's so second nature that I don't even talk about it anymore.
Yeah.
So yes, of course, being the time for the outdoors, many people are focusing on braaiing now, and or going out on weekends and having a time together. So pools are being started up again.
Yes.
So and braaiing and outdoors. So lots of people are coming in looking for braai equipment or new things. Namibians love to cook and try.
Yes.
So lots of braai equipment are being sold and everybody looking for a pool now. It's not really hot right now, but I can guarantee you before December we will be cooking.
Yes.
So
that's important. Okay, so for a viewer who might be watching us for the first time, they've never heard of Agra Hyper, what do you want them to take away? What do you want them to remember the most?
Well, I would say this, one-stop shop. We have anything and everything. So if we don't have it, we'll get it for you. And then the second thing that you must not remember, there is many Agra branches around the country. From Karasburg right up to Rundu or Rupuva, there's an Agra branch. And whatever is available here can also be sent to anywhere in the country where there's an Agra branch. So go to your nearest Agra branch. And if you see something on the pamphlet or you see something that you want and it's not available there, it can be there within one day.
Wow. One-stop shop, which is also accessible.
Yep.
Gotta love it. Thank you very much, Corne. Now I'm excited to go through the shop and figure out all these products. I'm excited personally. I do love camping, and I'm not a dad, but I have a puppy who I want to build a little kennel for. So I'm excited to see what you have on offer. But thank you for giving us a brief background, rather, of Agra and your personal journey here.
You're welcome. We'll go through the shop now, and I'll show you some very interesting things.
All right, cool. Let's go. So, Corne, you can't talk agriculture without animals. And those animals have to be protected, they have to be well kept, and you guys have a section just for that. So, what's behind us?
Yeah, behind us is our animal medicines and veterinary equipment section. And you're right, you have a responsibility towards your animals. You must look after them. And you will not get production out of animals if you do not look well after them.
Absolutely. So parasites, that kind of thing, that's what you want to look at.
Exactly.
So external and internal parasites.
That's correct. We have behind us is the section, and there's basically four sections within the animal medicine section. The one is internal parasites. And there we have internal parasite remedies for internal parasites for both large stock like cattle, for horses. There's things here for small stock like goats, sheep, pigs.
Okay.
And then there's for chickens. And then of course there's for dogs and cats as well.
All right.
So anything that you keep on a farm, you can get the medicine from here. Then there's external parasites. The same applies for that.
All right.
Where you fight ticks and lice and things like that. Especially during the rainy season,
Yes.
which is about to start.
Yes.
And then normally during this dry season now, we have a lot of problems, or you could have problems with lice.
All right.
And it goes over to
Interesting.
ticks when it starts to rain.
I see.
Then, of course, there's also the vaccines. You have to vaccinate animals as well,
Yes.
like we humans get vaccinated
Yes,
when we're
yes.
small.
Absolutely.
So you have to vaccinate your animals, and that's once yearly an exercise that you have to go through.
All right.
And then the last is behind me here.
The instruments.
Is the instruments.
Yes.
That's for cutting the hooves and dehorning and things like that.
Right. I have to admit, I've only ever seen that on TikTok. I'll be very honest with
Yeah.
you. I usually see some farmers, and I didn't know that that's a product you could actually get here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, if you farm in a sandy area, then you
Yeah.
tend to get hooves that get a little bit long, and it can become uncomfortable for the
Yes,
animals.
yes.
So you have to cut it, and then horns can sometimes grow the wrong way around and back into the head, and you have to cut it off.
All right.
And then, of course, there's also vitamins and minerals that you can. There's a whole section here about vitamins and minerals
It's like
as well.
the immune system of the animal. That
Exactly.
Kind of
This
situation.
time of the year, especially
All right.
winter time and the dry season before the rain starts. It's vitally important that you look after the animals and make sure that they get enough vitamins and minerals, because the fodder that's available
Yes.
is of a very poor quality.
I
So,
see.
and that's where feeds and licks and vitamins and minerals come
All
in.
right. Okay. Wow. So you guys really have everything covered over
Yeah.
here. And you know what? I'm just looking at this. I've always been one of those people who fantasizes about having a farm. But now I'm saying there's a lot of work to it. But, places like Agra Hyper certainly make it easier. And, of course, there's people behind the desk. I've been looking at your staff
Yeah.
going around. And everyone's well informed. Everyone's well informed
Yeah.
about each product.
So we have a few people that are specially trained in the animal medicine area of the business. So many times when farmers come to me and ask me, listen, what do I have to give now? Then I usually run to the two guys that are here. I say,
Alright.
please help me, because they are very knowledgeable about this.
Yes.
And they went on courses, and they continually go on courses to
Alright.
keep updated with the newest trends.
All right.
And so if you have any questions and you don't know what to do, please come and just ask the guys here at the medicine counter, or
Yes.
anyone else in the shop, if some of the people are already trained,
Yes.
and they will help you.
All right.
And they'll give you very good advice.
All right, that's cool. So we're talking summer. When it comes to being a farmer, you want to make sure that you get these products sooner rather than later, before the rainy season. But something else, if you're not a farmer, maybe perhaps what you're good at is gardening. Some people are good at the big scale thing. Others can just do the gardening. I am, however, excited to see your gardening section. Shall we go there next?
Yes, we can go there next. I'll show you everything for the home gardener,
Yes.
the small gardener, and we also for the commercial guy.
Wow.
Good.
Yes, something for everyone.
Yes.
Stay with us. All right, Corne, so we are now in the gardening section, all right? We spoke about the farming a little bit. I'm sure there's a whole bunch more that's on offer for the farming. We can't get through everything, but we're at the gardening section. Give us a brief overview of what you can find here.
Ashwyn, yes, Namibians love to garden. We love something green and living around us. So in our gardening section, we basically have 4 different sections. The one is this that you see behind us. This is the pesticides. Lots of pests in summer, especially when it starts to rain. So it's important that you keep your plants healthy. And this is the section that you must come and visit when it's time for that.
All right.
Then we have the seed section. We have a wide array of seeds. not only for the commercial farmer who buys in bulk, but also for the home gardener who buys a small packet of seeds.
All right, that's more like me.
Yep. And with the seeds go some of the equipment. So there's seedling trays and seedling mixers that you can use, and advise how to plant and when to plant what. Because you cannot plant tomatoes in winter because the frost will kill them. And then from there's the fertilizer section. We keep a wide array of fertilizers as well. For the commercial farmer, the bigger bulk 50 kg packs, and then also for the home gardener down to a 1 kg. So there's something for everyone. And then, of course, being in the city, we don't have enough space, all of us, to make a garden.
Yes.
So we have a nice wide range of pots that you can plant your one tomato plant or your beautiful flowers into.
Yes,
and so we keep everything, garden hoses, spades, rakes, everything available here.
So for the person who's just doing the gardening at home, gardening brings a lot of peace. Some people just do it as a hobby, but then there's also something for the commercial gardener, for someone who wants to, get some,
make some money.
I didn't know how else to put it.
yeah.
Pretty much like that. So would you say a lot of people frequent the gardening area? I can imagine so.
Yes, especially over weekends. Windhoekers can only shop on Saturday.
Yes.
All of us are busy at work during the week, and you'll see a lot of people on Saturdays in this area. Saturdays people come and they buy their seeds and they buy their pesticides and they buy their fertilizer, and they plan during the week.
Yes.
And I love to spend time in this section on a Saturday because I love gardening. I have a beautiful garden at home.
Oh, I love it.
And we try and be as water wise as possible.
Oh yes.
Water is a problem in Namibia, but you can still have a small, beautiful, shady spot, peaceful, where you can spend your time after work and relax.
Right. Yes, indeed. And I'm looking around. There's a couple of things which are aesthetic as well. Some nice garden chairs. Some things just to make you feel at home. Because gardens aren't always just about the plants. Sometimes for people it's just a space to be in.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, definitely. We have a patio section where we sell patio furniture. Anything from the umbrellas to the chairs and nice places to relax in the afternoon. And we do sell shade net and artificial grass as well. So having a lawn at home is a real luxury.
Yes.
But you can have a bit of greenery even though it's artificial.
Yes.
So we do sell that as well.
All right.
And you can really create a nice space at home for yourself where you can relax and be creative, and
that kind of
go
thing.
with the season.
Yes.
I must just mention that we have a beekeeping section as well.
Wow.
So which adds on to the gardening section.
Yes.
And it's really grown a lot in Namibia over the past 3 years.
Okay.
And proud to have it.
Yes.
And very interesting. So if you're interested in beekeeping,
yes,
please come to Agra Hyper.
Right,
and come and have a look.
Yeah, and even if you're just a budding gardener for the first time, and I want you to answer this. If you're a first-time gardener, no idea how to get about it, do you have some people that can help you go from the ground up?
Yes, of course. The people working in this section are knowledgeable about gardening, and so they can help with advice. And so if you come on a weekend, you need some advice, please.
Yes.
Just shout and we'll help.
All right. Now, something else people do on the weekend after they come here is they go and they have a braai.
Great. Normal. Namibian national sport.
Yes. I'm with you on that. So let's go check out the braai section.
Yep.
All right, cool. All right, Corne, so we have made it to the braai section, a personal favorite of mine.
Yes, yes, the national pastime over weekends.
Oh, yes, yes, indeed. All right, so what's on offer here? There's a lot of products that I'm seeing.
There's a lot of products here. Ashwyn, let's start off with the mobile braai that you can take in your car, go somewhere in nature, put it up, make a fire, or put some charcoal on and braai. So we have quite a wide array of that, from small foldable stuff that you can put in the boot, up to bigger things that you cannot put in the boot, but you can put up at home if you don't have a proper braai there. And then from there, there's also gas. Lots of gas equipment as well that you can braai on. Although Namibians frown upon gas, but they want to put wood or charcoal in the fire.
Keep it natural,
so
to speak.
And then of course from there going forward, we have the braai equipment that's behind us.
Oh yes.
As you can see, there's many different kinds of grids and anything that you would need.
I have to say, it's hard not to get hungry.
Yeah. Now you
Just
can put a 5-star meal together.
Oh yes, all right, pretty much. And there's cooler boxes as well?
Yes, of course. You have to have something to drink when you go out. So we have a wide array of cooler boxes, pots, pans, the old swart potjie.
Yes.
Wider range of that. So anything that you'd need to make a 5-star meal on a fire.
Particularly now in summer, everyone's coming out, everyone's feeling a lot more social. Is there an uptick in sales, particularly when it comes to braai equipment?
Definitely. We can definitely see a trend where as we sell more gas equipment during the winter and potjies and stuff like that. And then more outside equipment like braai grids and anything where you can make a fire on and something in summer.
Okay.
But and of course cooler boxes sell a lot more in summer. But if you come to Agra Hyper, we can kit you out with anything that you'd need to cook a meal outside on a fire or on gas.
All right.
And equipment that goes with it, from your chairs and your umbrellas and anything and everything that you'd need.
Yeah. And we started off in the camping section, so even if you want to start off with the tent and everything is here essentially.
So to make it possible for you to spend time outdoors in summer when it's nice and hot and sunshine and everything.
Yeah, I'm very curious. When was the braai section just part of the original concept? When everything else cropped up, or was it something that came a little later? Because sometimes any organization, any company, visions adjust. You realize, okay, we're in Namibia. It seems like there's a lot of asking for this. People, there's a lot of demand rather for this product. So was that something that gradually happened, or from the kickstart, you guys were like, let's go for it?
Yeah, no, we had it in this section. Was in the shop from the beginning.
Yes.
One of the stores that Agra Hyper has in its part of the Agra group is Safari Den.
Yes.
So this is like a small mini Safari Den that we have here.
I see.
So every Agra branch countrywide does have a small section for braai, but we have a larger one.
A larger, all right.
Because we are a big store and we are here in the capital city in Windhoek. So many of the people that work in the capital city normally need somewhere to go out on weekends.
Yes.
And they'd love to braai, so we sell quite a lot in summer.
Quite a lot. All right. No, that's really awesome. Namibians, we love to braai. There's no way around that. No way around that. So we've spoken about the things that we can find inside the shop, but you don't just focus on that. It's not just braai. It's not just pool. It's not just camping or just pets. It's also poles, protecting your spaces, cordoning off areas. Shall we go check that out outside?
Yep. Let's go outside. Let me show you what our core business in the agriculture sector looks like outside.
All right. Stay with us. All right, Corne, so we find ourselves outside. Lots going on over here. Yeah. Could you take us through what's happening outside? I'm seeing fertilizer, feed master. What's happening here?
Yeah, behind us is our feed store. This makes out a big section of our business, being rooted in agriculture. So every farmer that looks after his animals at some stage has to give them some sort of feed or lick or something as an add-on. And so we have a big feed store. We cater for Namibian manufacturers, and we also get some feeds and licks and things from South Africa as well.
All right.
So very busy, as you can see.
Yes,
Always busy there.
Absolutely.
Then we also have wires and poles for fencing. So we have a big fencing section as well in the other side of the yard.
All right.
Where we sell a lot of poles and wire and things like that. So
All right.
you have to protect your farm and you have to
Yes.
fence it in.
Yeah.
And
So it's not just about, the farm equipment, things on the farm as well. It's about making sure that the area itself can be safe.
Yes.
Yes.
And then we're also big into hardware and building.
Yes.
So we sell a lot of steel. Many of the farmers sheds and building things. So lots of steel, roof sheeting, cement, all kinds of products that you'd need to build something. And other things that you see outside here is equipment to handle your cattle and your small stock with, weighing crates. We have firefighters this time of the year, very important.
Yes.
It's now basically the start of fire season.
Yes.
Although we all hate it, it is part of our life. So we sell firefighting equipment, and then of course shade net, things like that. So lots of stuff happening outside in the yard.
All right.
A big section, a big part of our business, and always busy outside.
Yes,
as you
I
can
see that, definitely. All right, so to our viewers, what are the final words that you'd like to give them from Agra, from just speaking about what you have to offer and why it's necessary to make Agra Hyper part of your life?
Yeah, Agra Hyper is the biggest Agra store in Namibia. So we have the privilege to have huge space, so we can keep a lot of equipment and a lot of stuff here. So it's truly a one-stop shop. And if we don't have it, we get it for you.
Yes.
And then we are proud to be a Namibian company, part of the agricultural sector in Namibia, one of the sectors that's always growing and contributing towards the economy.
Yes.
So proudly Namibian, please come and visit us. We are here. We will help you with anything that you need.
Absolutely. One-stop shop for everything from outside to inside, from farms to camping gear to pool to gardening to taking care of your pets. Everything is available here at Agra. Thank you very much for this conversation, Corne, and for taking me around.
Thank you so much for visiting us.
All right. So that was Corne van Niekerk, who is the manager at Agra Hyper. And this has been My.Na Properties with Ashwyn Mberi.